What a brilliant start by Rick. Oh, Mr. Schumacher, an awful start. And Aston gets into the lead, and Rick casting off that quick.
So much traffic up in front, but here comes Epic now pushing Tiger. Tiger goes defensive to the inside. Tiger on the inside. Epic will try to go round the outside. One corner to go. On the last lap, this is going to be insane. So here comes Dutchy as well. Tiger is going to look like it's going to win, but it's a drag race for seconds. And somehow,
He's got the DRS.
And here he goes in down this mini back straight. And now he's on the brake.
Pemberley now he's going to be looking for DRS here. There's 4 drivers going at it. Larry goes around the outside. Oh, let's have a look here. Oh, it's Pemberley's going around the outside. On the inside. Gets on the inside line. Brilliantly done from the Mercedes driver. Wow.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another track guide video. And today we're in the wonderful, slightly cloudy because it's the official start time, Interlagos. And usually I wouldn't be doing an Interlagos track guide this early in the season, but the way that he's done it is obviously puts different groups of different tracks, so different tracks suit others. And this time we've got Group 4 around the wonderful Interlagos. So yeah, let's get straight into the track guide. Alright then, so let's begin here in Interlagos. So coming up to turn 1, make sure you're carrying a lot of speed all the way down this straight to maximise what you have going, and then braking just before this 50-metre board on the left hand side. Okay, the meter boards are quite far back on this track, so you're braking just before the 50-metre board. Now I use second into this corner. Now my gear ratios might be a little bit different, so I'm going to tell you about 2 different gear ratios that you can use. But this first corner, any car in Group 4, use second gear, okay? Now, you want to be braking at 50-metre board, take a slightly later apex in, okay? Then bring the car around over this curb here, okay? Then what that allows you to do is bring the car at this next curb. Now, this is a lot different to how F1 is. You can cut a lot of the curbs on this track, okay? So, this corner here, you can pretty much bring the car just over this curb here. I'll show you in free cam anyway. So, you can literally keep 2 wheels on that curb on the inside, and you can cut all of that off of it, which is crazy for this track. But anyway, let's get straight back into it. So you'll probably most likely understeer wide over here. You might move over the side of the curb. As long as you keep 2 wheels on the curb on the inside, you're fine through the center S's, which is just great. So around this next corner, hugging it nice and close to the inside. Then you want flat out through that corner there and down the back straight here, which in F1 would be a DRS zone, but in this game we don't have DRS. Well, in these cars anyway, you can get in the other ones. As braking just after the 100-metre board, just where this sort of this escape road tarmac starts. A lot like how F1 is, and a lot of these braking zones. So braking around there, and I'm actually shifting down into second. Now I use second to get the turn in, and the way this Viper is, it doesn't have very good acceleration. So if I drop to second, it's giving that car the little extra horsepower boost out of the corner. Okay, so that's what I want to be doing. So I'm dropping into second, and then halfway through the apex, I'm shifting back up into third. Using a lot of this curb here, car will drift out wide. Do not touch that AstroTurf on the outside. If you touch that AstroTurf on the outside, your car will just get sucked wide into the green part on the outside of that grey AstroTurf. You see it there. Touch this, your car will get sucked wide over here. So you don't want to do that. Stay on this curb here, okay? Now, you're coming out here in third. Now, this through turn 5 towards turns 6 and 7. Which is, don't touch the AstroTurf on the outside either. Braking just around the 50-metre board, not too much braking enough. Dropping down into 4th gear for this, staying on this curb. Then halfway through this corner, shift to 3rd. If you can stay in 4th, that's fine, stay in 4th. Touch a little bit of this curb on the ear and the inside. Shift back up into 4th again, use a lot of this curb here. Then you want to be braking just around here, and unfortunately, there's no Tim board on the left-hand side in this game for the Tim corner, as we did in the Brazil track guide last season for F1. But braking around about here, so I don't know whether you could make a reference point for this corner. Maybe braking just as this green part start on the left-hand side. That might be a little bit too early. Possibly, if you can go a little bit later, brake where the curb starts on the right-hand side. Then I'm using first. Now, as I said, I'm using a first a lot of the time for this car especially, just to get the car to get a good exit out of the corner, because it struggles with acceleration a lot. Okay, I'm using first here. Okay, remember, you can come all the way across this curb here. You can use as much of this curb as possible. Then I'm shifting up into second again, taking this corner here, and then back down into first here, and then quickly back up into second again, hooking it close to the corner. And you can put the power down in these cars because they have the grip on the rear to do so. Now this next corner, braking just after that green bit on the left hand side there into the next corner. Now I use a variation of first and second here. I think first for me works better, but definitely second for a lot of the other cars. Through this corner, later apex, so you get the exit out of the corner. Try not to run wide over there, otherwise you will get sucked out onto the grass and you won't be able to get as good a line through here. So you want to be kind of coming as close as you can over to this right hand side on the exit here, before you then take your next corner, which is through here, hugging it close to this curb here. Don't run wide over there, because if you run wide over there, you're going to hit the AstroTurf there, you're going to run out wide, and it's going to set you up horribly for the second to last corner, which is the wonderful Glock corner, which I use second for. Sometimes I use third, depending on how the car feels at the time. But second here, braking just before the 50-meter board, down into second, and I'm turning in, trying not to go over the inside of this curb, but you can use a lot of the curb on the inside. And then staying in second here, then shifting up to third, and then all it is really is just a big straight run down to the finish line. Go all the way down, hugging it close to this curb here, bringing it out wide here. If you reach about the 31s at that line, you know you're on for a good lap. Over the curb there, and then to the line, and you'll be there and sorted. So yeah, that is my track guide around Interlagos there. I forgot the name of the track there. Around Interlagos, yes. But now I'll go straight on to the hot lap. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Yeah, I hope the track guide's been very, very useful for you here around Interlagos. Make sure you tune in for the GT Sport race on Friday. And yeah, this is the final of the races in Group 4, so it'll be the last time I'm in this Dodge Viper. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye on the GT Sport races, and yeah, we'll see you all in the next track guide video.